Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend so far. It is time once again for Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that goes up most Saturdays here on my channel, where I share all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary home fragrance products that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. And I am, of course, joined by my trusty assistant Alf, who is asleep in my lap down here. So if you hear any snoring, snorting, anything else in the background of this video, that's just what it's like to live with a pug. They are noisy, but oh my gosh, he is the sweetest boy. And actually, I have a fun fact for you guys. This is going to be Alf's second nap of the afternoon because I already filmed this video once completely through, and for whatever reason, none of the audio was working. No idea what I did, but I screwed the video up somehow, so we are refilming this. But the good news is that now that I have like reset all of the camera settings again, I can now see how long I'm talking, which is good to know so that I don't talk too much. Well, I'm still probably gonna talk too much, but anyway, moral of the story is let's go for round two. As always, in the description box right below this video, I am going to be putting a bunch of information. So there are links to where to purchase anything that I'm showing you in this video. There's information about candle sales that are happening this weekend. I just tend to list the companies that I personally tend to favor. There's discount codes down there if you want to save a little bit more at HomeWorx and Kringle. I do have affiliate discount codes at both of those companies. That should save you on top of whatever the current sale price is. And there is Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101. I am going to be mentioning candle crocks as well as candle lamps. And so if you have never heard of either of those two candle accessories and you are curious about them, you might want to go ahead and watch that video. There are also lamps and crocks listed and linked in the description box that are really great quality, that if you're looking to get into incorporating these into your home fragrance routine, the options that I list down below are fantastic, very neutral. I know there's a lot of candle crocks out there, but a lot of them do have like inspirational or religious quotes on them. Personally, I don't love that for my decor tastes, so I like them to be a little bit more neutral, so that is what I link. Anyway, you guys, let's get into it. Normally I would go ahead and do a little tour of what I currently have burning and what I currently have underneath my lamps as well as my crocks, but because I already did that once, I quite frankly don't feel like doing it again. None of that footage turned out either, so I'm just gonna tell you guys, and then next week, I promise, we'll go back to doing the little tour of everything so that you can see the crocks and the lamps in action. First of all, let's start with what I was lamping this week. Nothing. I have nothing under any of my candle lamps, and I do plan on pulling some candles out to pop under those probably tomorrow or maybe even on Monday. I'm gonna go through and see what I am willing to pop under there for next week. So you'll definitely see some lamping next Saturday. But in my candle crocks, I am currently using 3 of my candle crocks. The one in the laundry room, I decided to put a brand new Kringle Fantasy Collection Fairies Floss in there. I do that sometimes where I just take a brand new candle that has no problems with the burn. This is a Kringle soy formulation, so it burns fantastic. But I do get, like, with a brand new candle, I can get 2 weeks of 24/7, like, constant fragrance output. I don't turn my crocks off at night. You can certainly do that. I just leave mine going. I've never had a problem with that. But if you do have concerns, definitely turn them off before you go to bed or before you leave the house. But for me, I've just always kept them going. Like I said, I've never had any issues, but you know, obviously do what you're comfortable with. But yeah, so with that one, I expect to basically have 2 full weeks of fragrance output. And that is scenting the entire like back part of the house over here. I love that Fairies Floss. I still have probably either 2 or 3 more of those, which I will definitely light up and burn this coming spring and summer. But I figured since I had so many, it was kind of okay to, I guess you could say, sacrifice one to the crock. But again, I don't view it as a waste at all. I will have all of that wax left over, but by the time that all the fragrance has dissipated, it's just unscented wax. So I also have a video in the description box down below that shows you what I do with some of my leftover wax. So if you're curious, check that out as well. But that's what's going in the laundry room. In the master bedroom, I have the ivory candle crock that is listed in the description box down below. And in there, I am actually getting ready to turn that off because the fragrance has completely dissipated from that particular scent. It is Kringle Pomegranate Punch. That was actually a holiday release from Kringle, and I burned the 3-wick one the whole way through. Great scent. I actually think that is a more like enjoyable spring summertime fragrance, springtime or summertime fragrance for me personally, than it was like a holiday scent. But anyway, if you're looking for something fruity and fun and it happens to still be available this next coming holiday season, I would definitely recommend it. And then in the way back bedroom of our house, which is the pink room that I film a lot of my like beauty type content in, call that my little girl cave. Back there, I have Kringle Reserve Royal Cherries. Now, the Royal Cherries I had burned to the halfway point, and then I wanted something for back there, and I wanted something kind of perfumey. And that particular Royal Cherries fragrance is an excellent dupe, for me at least, of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. So if you like that particular perfume and you're looking for something that will give you the same effect, like in terms of fragrancing your home, check that out. I'm not sure if Royal Cherries is currently in stock, but if it comes back into stock, or if you can get it right now and you love Lost Cherry, you gotta check that out. It is so good, you guys. Now that one has been going for 2 weeks and it is still putting off fragrance oils. I do think that the Reserve candles for me last the longest in my Crocs. So if you are someone who exclusively melts, check out these Reserve fragrances. I don't know what it is about them, but they tend to last longer for me in the Crocs than a lot of my other candles do. So anyway, so that is what is currently being crocked. What do I currently have lit? Behind me here is HomeWorx. What's this one? Garden Bouquet. So that is Garden Bouquet. That was part of the most recent HomeWorx Garden Party launch. Along with, in the entryway, I have, entryway is right over there, so you can kind of see that little, oh geez, that entryway table. My Chester Hurricane is up there from Pottery Barn. By the way, if you're looking for a replacement for the Chester Hurricane, check out the Daphne Hurricane from Pottery Barn. But also, just look at HomeGoods. Look at HomeGoods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They always have Hurricanes there. And quite frankly, they're probably going to be cheaper than the Pottery Barn Hurricanes. I bought the Chester Hurricanes because they were on clearance. So that was how I justified that. But would I have paid full price for them? Maybe. They're really beautiful. They're gorgeous. I love them. And my HomeWorx candle pedestals fit within. Anyway, did I tell you what's burning in there? Also from the HomeWorx Garden Party collection. I did receive the Garden Party collection fragrances as PR from HomeWorx. So I'm burning those and reviewing them for you. The Honeysuckle Mimosa is what's in there. And then I am finishing up the Blood Orange and Sage Gimlet in the family room. So I currently have 3 candles going, and honestly, my entire house smells so beautiful right now. I'm having a really good experience with the burn of all of these Garden Party collection candles. The strength and throw is kind of averaging right around like 7.5, but it's enough to fragrance my more open concept style of home with high ceilings. So I'm considering that a really good performance. So if you are in in the market for springtime candles and you've been eyeing the Garden Party collection, it's available at HomeWorx.shop. I'm not sure what the sale is there this weekend. Check the description box. That information will be down there. But you can definitely probably combine my 15% off discount code to save a little bit more off of whatever the sale price might be. So I know that HomeWorx hasn't been having a ton of super great sales as of late. So hopefully that definitely improves for us. So anywho, that is what is currently going, and I'm really liking this kind of springy vibe in the house right now. Normally, I'm not a floral person at all, but as I'm finding as I'm getting older, I am definitely embracing a wider range of fragrances. So I used to do exclusively gourmands and fruity scents, and then during the holidays, obviously, you know, the beautiful tree scents, but I don't know what's changed. Maybe it's the fact that I'm now 45 and hormones are changing and like it just, my nose is changing. I have no idea, but I'm embracing a lot more different types of fragrances. So florals, fresh scents, beachy scents, so much fun. Speaking of beachy scents, this just kind of reminded me. You guys should stay tuned for tomorrow's video because guess who finally took a trip to Bath & Body Works and bought some candles? This guy. Listen, I cannot tell you how many people DM'd me, emailed me, sent me Facebook messages about the almond croissant candle from Bath & Body Works. And so here's a fun fact. I have not even stuck my nose in this yet. I placed an order online for in-store pickup on Super Bowl Sunday because they were doing a buy one, get one free sale, which isn't like the best, but it was a decent sale and I had a 20% off coupon. And quite frankly, football isn't my thing, but we were hosting like, you know, Super Bowl Sunday here. So while people were watching the game, I was on Bath & Body Works reading through candles and deciding what I wanted. So I placed the order for in-store pickup because here's the thing, guys. Bath & Body Works is one of those stores where I feel like when I am allowed to just enter and free range around the store, I am much more likely to pick up multiples of the things that I enjoy on Cold Sniff. And if you've been following my Use It Up journey and whittling down my candle collection journey, you know that I'm not trying to grow my collection here. So while I enjoy reviewing these candles for my channel, I can no longer allow my candle collection to take over my entire house. So I'm working really hard to get through a lot of my backup candles, but I am allowing myself like one of each candle that I'm interested in reviewing, you know, in terms of purchasing candles. And then, you know, if I like it enough after I finish it, then I can repurchase one more until I finish that one. And then after that, if it's still available again, I can repurchase it again. But I can no longer purchase 8 to 12 candles of any given fragrance like in one sitting. That is how I ended up with an absolutely outrageous candle collection that just exploded all over my house. And yeah, that's another thing about getting older. I just kind of realized like, hey, I probably have enough candles to last me an eternity here. And I don't know that, you know, once I pass on, that my delightful little offspring, Stella, is interested in inheriting like a ton of candles from me. So I'm trying to get my collection down to a place where it just fits into one closet in our house. And by one closet, I mean like it's a closet in a hallway. It's not super wide. It's not like a typical bedroom closet even or anything like that. It's just a small linen closet in the hall. And honestly, the top part of that entire linen closet is taken up by my off-season Scentsy warmers. So I only have like 3 shelves on the bottom that I'm allowed to use once I whittle everything down for candle storage. So I got a lot of work to do, but yeah, anyway, there are several candles that I was very, very interested in. So after this video here, hopefully the audio works out, I am going to be filming my first sniff impressions because I didn't stick my nose into these. I decided that I wanted this to be a first impressions video. So when I picked these up, I literally put my horse blinders on when I walked into Bath & Body Works. I went straight to the register, gave them my order number. They handed me my bag and I walked out. And then I put these on the floor in the living room here and walked away. So they've been sitting here for several days now, and I am so curious to stick my nose into these because I'm pretty sure that all of these are new to me scents. The only one that I think I may have had in the past is Waikiki Coconut Beach or Beach Coconut. But even at that, I think I have to look up if I did review this yet or not. I feel like something about the name sounds familiar to me, but anyway, the description of it really appealed to me. So if you are curious about my thoughts on some new fragrances from Bath & Body Works, that is the video that's going up tomorrow, is the moral of that really long story there. So anyway, what do we want to do next? Shall we talk about candles that I finished up this week? So I love to show you guys candles that I finished up just to give you some final, I guess, reviews, and then I pop them into my empties bucket, and then I do just another final roundup of whatever I finished at the end of the month with my home fragrance empties. If you're new here, by the way, definitely take the time to subscribe. The empties, the home fragrance empties always go up either the last day of the month or the second to the last day of, you know, whatever month we're in. So February's going by fast. There will be a February home fragrance empties coming up in just a couple weeks here. So that's wild to me. Crazy. Anyway, things that I finished this week include 3 different reserve candles. Now, I actually thought I had another burn or two of the Kringle Reserve Silk Sheets, but I realized the first time that I filmed this video, no, I finished this. I've been burning this in my master bedroom for the last several weeks. So usually around 6 in the evening, I've been going upstairs and lighting this. I have it in a hurricane in the room up there. And I've been basically like fragrancing our master bedroom with this really beautiful, it's like a fancy lady laundry detergent scent. It's definitely got laundry detergent vibes to it, but it's very perfumey. It's also kind of a romantic scent. Anyway, Craig and I both have been enjoying this one. We're night owls, so typically around like 8 in the evening, we head upstairs and we like to watch TV in bed. And then at midnight, I blow this out and we go to sleep for the evening. I love the smell of this. It is really lovely, but I'm probably not gonna repurchase it just because there's a bunch of new things coming from Kringle. And actually, while I'm on that topic, let me just say, I really do agree with what a lot of you guys are saying in terms of the number of recent Kringle releases, because it feels like Kringle has been cranking out releases like crazy. It is even overwhelming to me. And honestly, the thing that is really kind of starting to get to me with Kringle is that it feels like the Hunger Games with some of these releases. A lot of times they're released at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I work from home, so I have a little bit of flexibility in terms of not needing to get up at like 5 in the morning. I usually get up around like 7:30, and then my day gets going. But oftentimes by the time that I get up, Kringle releases that were released at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time are like gone. So for example, the Easter collection, I really wanted to place an order for the Easter collection, but one of the scents that I was really interested in, the like, I guess you could say Peeps type scent, that like the lemon marshmallow, like that was gone almost instantly. And I really think that by this point in time, Kringle should be a lot more aware of the types of scents that really do sell well. So obviously, gourmand scents sell really well. You know, we had this sweet cream, the sprinkled macarons that recently came out in the latest Kringle Reserve drop. By the way, There's another reserve drop coming. I'll put the information for what's in that one in the description box down below, but oh man. Yeah, there's another reserve drop. I'm not as interested in the ones that are in that particular lineup. They are a little bit more like botanical. There's also just like a lavender. I'm not a lavender person. You guys know that. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be picking any of those up, but I don't know. If you like botanicals, definitely stay tuned for that. But you know, what sells really well in these, a lot of these launches are gourmands. Why is Kringle not putting out more gourmands and less of scents, say like silk sheets or midnight rose or California cab? I think these are all three still available, but sprinkled macarons sold out instantly. I couldn't get it. Even though I woke up pretty close to when they were launched, they were already sold out. I received this one here, actually the entire reserve collection as PR, which is so generous, and I always appreciate that. But I also wanted to buy another sweet cream and another sprinkled macarons, but I couldn't. I knew I was gonna go through them really quickly, so I wanted to have the backups on hand so that I could, you know, light them up immediately after finishing them, but they were gone. They're gone so quickly. Kringle knows what sells. It's the gourmands. A lot of fruity scents sell really well. I think that they would do better to crank out more of the fragrances that obviously sell well versus stuff maybe like Midnight Rose or Silk Sheets or California Cab. I know there's a market for those fragrances, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's always the gourmands and a lot of like the popular fruity scents that sell out instantly. So if you know that, just make more of those and less of these. Maybe the ones that kind of hang out or tend to hang around for a long time. I think with the number of years that Kringle has been around, you know, they have a pretty good sense of what sells and what doesn't. And I would just like them to get a little bit more, well, if they're not willing to put out, okay, if they're not willing to put out more on the initial launch because maybe they're not sure, then at least be prepared to restock. Be prepared to restock. And within, you know, a couple weeks of the launch, because it just is starting to feel like Hunger Games style shopping, and that's a huge turnoff to a lot of people. I know it's a turnoff to me. That is why I don't buy vendor wax, because I don't like feeling like I have to like cram things in my cart. Like I don't have the time to read through the fragrance descriptions. Like I don't have the time to really evaluate my purchasing decision before things disappear out of my cart. So yeah, that's my rant there. I agree with you guys. Also, the number of releases it's a lot. And it is getting overwhelming for a lot of people. And while I love new things, I do agree that it's just a lot coming out at once and it can be overwhelming. And, you know, a lot of people feel like I can't, you know, I just purchased like 6 candles last week. I can't purchase another 6 candles, you know, this week. But had they waited like another month or two, I would have absolutely purchased those 6 candles. But the releases are so close together that it just gets to a point where it's financially a little bit more of a hardship to get the things that you're interested in. So I agree with you. I'm there as well. The one thing that I do appreciate about Kringle though is they are willing to take the feedback. They are willing to make adjustments, and I do think that this year they're probably going to start getting a little bit better about all of this stuff, because it is frequent feedback from a lot of people. And, you know, I know that it's important to Mick to, you know, keep his customers happy. So if you have feedback for Kringle about this, definitely reach out to their customer service. Just let them know. Maybe just put together an email. Obviously, you know, be kind in your feedback. You know, I feel like if you're going to like just straight up like attack a company, they're probably not going to be quite as receptive to your feedback. But, you know, just let them know, like, I love gourmands. Can we please maybe just have more of the gourmands made? Would be happy to purchase them. You'll be able to sell them, you know. I don't know. Just a thought. But anyway, let's get back to it. What was I talking about? I was talking about silk sheets. I like silk sheets. I would actually repurchase this again at some point in the future, but it needs to be after I get my collection a little bit more under control for sure. Also finished up the Midnight Rose. I was actually burning Midnight Rose outside. It was going during the Super Bowl, which was lovely. We do have a covered backyard patio area, so we're out there basically year round. Even if it's raining out, we're out there. We're out there in the winter, we're out there in the fall, definitely the summer, definitely the spring. So I do utilize my home fragrance in the backyard as well. So I finished this one. You guys, these burn so well. And this is a beautiful rose. Florals still aren't my like go-to, but I am enjoying them a lot more. And what I appreciate about Kringle is that I don't just have to have these lit for 3 hours at a time because it's such a clean burning formula. I can have this lit for like 10 hours at a time and there's no problems. There's no sooting. There's no wick deterioration. There's no smoking of the candle. There's no, yeah, it's just beautiful. Like look at that clean wax. And the last burn, I know for a fact, it was going for probably like 10 hours. Lovely. An absolutely delightful scent. Another one that I really enjoyed that I was also burning outside over Super Bowl and then brought back indoor for the beginning part of this week was the California Cab. I'm not normally a grape person at all when it comes to home fragrance. A lot of times, and Kringle has put out grape in the past, and I said this when they did, it smells like grape Kool-Aid. Their, what was it, the Vineyard Harvest? Nope, did not care for it at all. But this is grape done right. I think this is still available. If you like wine scents, check this out. I feel like it's missing the boozy note. It doesn't smell boozy. Like it's not like sticking my nose into like a bottle of wine, but it is kind of in a way because it smells like grapes, obviously. But it's just really sophisticated and beautiful. And if you're looking for a really awesome gift for maybe the wino in your life, check out California Cab. It's really, really lovely. Okay, this week I was burning Sweet Cream. I was loving this over Valentine's Day. I didn't like the sprinkled macarons. It's currently in my dining room. I've decided that I'm gonna nurse that one along a little bit more, but you guys, I am getting dangerously close to the bottom. I think I'm within probably 3 burns of finishing up Sweet Cream. I'd love to repurchase it. Smells like strawberry whipped cream. I'm really annoyed that I won't have another one to instantly light up, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, 2 other Reserve reviews that are going to be coming your way. These are Reserve candles that I purchased last year and never got around to reviewing. We have Phoenix and we have Sinful. Oh, Sinful. This was delightful burning alongside Sweet Cream. So good. This is a chocolate scent. It's so good. It does also have just a hint of like peanut butter to it. Now this one, I am still needing to burn it a few more times before I think I'm ready to review it, but I do think I'm finally ready to review Phoenix for you guys. This one I've had for quite some time. I thought this would be kind of a yummy, both Valentine's as well as like early springtime scent. It reminds me, you know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit, and let me know if you agree. It gives me Kringle Fiji vibes, just a little of the Fiji vibes. So let me know your thoughts on this one, but I really like this. I do wish it was just a little bit stronger, but we'll discuss the strength of throw a little bit more when it comes to reviewing. Oh gosh, we're already almost at a half hour. Listen, my camera's gonna cut me off, so I'm just gonna like put a little cut in here and then we're gonna finish this video up. Okay, let's keep going. I just realized that I think I said I was just gonna start with all of the candles that I finished up this week, but then, you know, I went off on a tirade. So let's get back to other candles that are empties, because these are all empties at this point. Okay, Vanilla Cherry Blossom. I avoided this like the plague the first time that HomeWorx came out with it because I was afraid that it was gonna smell like Bath & Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom, which to me is migraine inducing. Do not like it at all. I like the scent of cherry blossom, but somehow Bath & Body Works made it to my nose. But this is lovely. There is a healthy dose of vanilla in here, and the cherry blossom is really soft and pretty. It's not aggressive, it's not headache inducing. And I'm kind of sad now that I didn't get this the first time that it was released, but I literally avoided it because I thought there's no way. It's probably gonna smell like Japanese cherry blossom and I want nothing to do with that. I'm here to tell you they are not the same. They are not the same. This is part of the most recent Garden Party launch. So if you're interested, it's available at homeworx.shop again. And this one here is a repackage. So it has been out before, but the rest of the fragrances in that collection are new, just so you know. All right, I finished up my first blueberry violet tart. I actually purchased this in a set of 2 from QVC, which I know I shouldn't do. I'm not supposed to buy sets of 2, but I just assumed that I was gonna fall in love with this, and guess what? I did. This is a great scent. The addition of that violet floral note in here makes it so interesting, but it still smells delicious and edible. I'm telling you, if you like blueberries, if you like that kind of tart type fragrance, like that crust from the tart, you need to check this out. There's a definite like baked pastry type note in here to my nose, and I like that a lot. Okay, I finished up the iced blueberry pie from ScentWorx. If you're not familiar, ScentWorx is under the Rakuten & Co brand, so same company as HomeWorx. It's Harry Slatkin. This is his brand as well. He has multiple brands. If you see AromaWorks at Home Depot of all places, that's a Rakuten & Co brand. If you see the Club 92 at, what is it, Dollar General, that's a Rakuten & Co brand. I have had some people inquire if I am going to be reviewing the Club 92 candles. I'm not. I am not personally a big fan of Dollar General's business practices as a whole, so I don't shop at Dollar General. But if you're looking for some thoughts, check out the HomeWorx Facebook group. There are a few people there that have purchased those candles. I'm seeing some really mixed reviews. I have no interest in them. First of all, the fragrances don't really speak to me. And yeah, personally for me, if I'm gonna shop Rakuten & Co, I'm gonna shop from HomeWorx. And honestly, this ScentWorx candle right here, the performance of this one has me rethinking if I might want to get into ScentWorx again. At first, I just kind of wrote them off because they weren't as strong as the HomeWorx candles. But this iced blueberry pie, which was a gift from my friend Fiona, we've been kind of exchanging candles back and forth. She picked this up at our local Ross. Fiona actually lives right down the street from me. I've talked about her before. She is Wax and Facts on Instagram. Man, this is a great scent. This is such a beautiful blueberry pie, you guys. It's so good. And the strength and throw was fabulous. I didn't do a formal review of this because honestly, I don't know if this is currently available. I think Fiona actually picked this up at Ross, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's a Ross sticker down here. So, yeah, you can find these ScentWorx candles at Ross as well. I believe that HomeWorx has been spotted at Ross too. So check out the discount stores. I'm not sure if the candles at the discount stores are manufactured the same way as the ones that they sell on QVC or at homeworx.shop. I still don't quite understand the reasoning of having the same candles available in store at the discount retailers and then at a higher price point at QVC or homeworx.shop. I haven't tried enough of the candles from Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, from HomeWorx, or ScentWorx for that matter, to be able to really like determine myself if I think they're the same quality. There are people that say that they are, and there are people that say that I have a better experience with the stuff that I buy at QVC or homeworx.shop. So I don't know. A lot of the decisions that HomeWorx has made, or just Rakuten & Co has made in terms of where to put their products, have been a little bit perplexing to me, but also it's not my business. So I don't know what the behind the scenes stuff is in terms of the decisions there. I'd love to know a little bit more about that, just because, I don't know, as someone who has also owned her own businesses, like I'm just kind of curious about how companies decide to do certain things sometimes, why they make the decisions that they make. Also, I think that's just my natural, like, inner, like, I have a massive interest in, like, sociology and psychology, why people do what they do, why companies do what they do. It's just fascinating to me. But anyway, that's boring. Let's move on. Okay, Coastal Sands. I had this underneath my candle lamp in my office for probably 3 weeks. And it was fabulous the whole way through. This is a very fresh, kind of beachy type of scent. Oh, there's not much scent left in here, but anyway, what are the notes? There's also some like florals in here as well. So salted sand, beach rose, bergamot waters, and neroli. Such a lovely fragrance. Would definitely repurchase in the future. Okay, is that it for candles? Yes, let's talk wax melts. I know, this video is long, I know. I'll wrap it up fast. Okay, Scentsy. It's exclusively Scentsy. I'm not a Scentsy consultant, but I love Scentsy. I buy it from my bestie Lisa, who does sell it. So if you're interested, Lisa's information will be down below. You guys know who Lisa Roberry is. She's fabulous. Love her. Anyway, this week I went through 2 of the confetti showers. I have a lot of warmers around my house. Like, I probably have 10 warmers, and each of those warmers gets 2 cubes. I also have the, I think I have 3 of the like wall plug-in. Actually, no, I have 5. There's 5. They're in my bathrooms, they're in the kitchen, they're in the laundry room. They're in a lot of different places. Anyway, so those each get 1 cube. I go through a lot of cubes a week, so that's why you're gonna see a number of empties here. Okay, confetti showers. This was part of the Mardi Gras collection. I really like this scent. It's a really fresh, sweet, almost candied citrus. I liked it a lot, and it definitely lasted at least a solid 2 days. I could have probably gone 3 days with this one in terms of changing out the wax, but by the 3rd day, it was definitely a lot more muted, and I like my fragrance to slap me in the face. So anyway, there's that. I mixed Happy Birthday with Turn Up the Pink, which I think Turn Up the Pink and I Pick You were part of the, I think there was a Valentine's Day collection. I think this was the Valentine's Day collection. Anyway, Turn Up the Pink is a really sweet, like sweet pink floral, I guess you could say. It is delightful with Happy Birthday. If you have both of these, please pair them together and let me know your thoughts. I love pairing a gourmand with a floral note. I fell in love with that idea back in the pink petal tea cake days at Bath & Body Works. Try it if you've never paired a gourmand. And typically I like a vanilla cookie, vanilla cake type scent. That's the gourmand that I prefer. Sugar cookie, something along the lines of that. And then pair it with whatever floral you have. It is delightful. Try it. I'm telling you, it is so good. Okay, I was disappointed in Cranberry Mango, not because it didn't smell good, but because it lasted like a day and then it was like completely done, completely unscented. This was a Bring Back My Bar, and it is a very interesting combination. To me, mango is very much summer, cranberry is very much like holiday time, but they really do work well together. I just wish it lasted longer. This felt like a vendor wax formulation for me. So, but not like I can get it anyway because it was part of Bring Back My Bar. So wouldn't vote for that again, at least not based off of this performance. I went through another one of the I Pick You. You've seen a couple of these already. And then also Candy Orchard. This was the fragrance of the month for January, I believe. So good. I think I'm gonna put it in my club. I love it. I love it. Street Parade, again, part of the Mardi Gras collection. This one is definitely a candy type of fragrance. Kind of smells like a mix of maybe like Smarties and some sweet tarts, but with a slight hint of floral as well. It's really interesting. Good performance out of this one for sure. And then the very last one I want to update you guys on is I finally warmed Simply the Zest. It's going in my club. I love it. If you like fresh, sweet citrus scents. And you also enjoy, say, Capri Blue Volcano, if you like that scent, or Sunwash Citrus from Bath & Body Works. Try this. It is so good. It's so fresh. It's clean. It just makes your whole house smell refreshed. So anyway, you guys, that's it. I've been talking way too long. I gotta go. Thanks for putting up with Alf's snores. Let's pop him in here at the end. Say, please subscribe. Have a great weekend. God, he's so cute. I'll put him down. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. Be sure to check out the description box down below, and I will see you tomorrow for that Bath & Body Works first sniff impressions haul. See ya.